not haram. Prophet ﷺ accepted it in the most beautiful way. Ẹ̀kọ́ máa mọ ìlera wọn. Pàápàá jùlọ lójú ọ̀nà tá a wà yìí.
lójú ọ̀nà tá a wà yìí o.
Pàápàá jùlọ nu tafsir.
Tafsir.
Wọ́n máa túra wọn.
Àyà kan máa túra wọn.
Àdìsí a sì máa tú tafsir.
Àdìsí a sì máa tú tafsir náà bákan náà.
Tafsir yóò máa tú àdìsí.
Tafsir yóò máa tú àdìsí.
They will not go against one another. If there's anyone you read and you think is confusing, it's because you've not done enough research. Some people just become, more conscious Muslim in Ramadan, and they're in the Quran, and you want to use us to fulfill your own vow to yourself. You think in your house that I vow to myself that I'm going to finish this book. If you know that you don't know how to you don't know how to read it, why do you vow that you're going to finish it? And now you come to school to cause chaos. So if you will to bring their own book, how is it going to be a school if everyone has to decide? Ara tó fa sísá lọ àwọn míì nù. Nígbà tí wọ́n gbọ́ ń bì kan tí wọ́n mọ̀ díẹ̀, wọ́n mọ̀ kí láfa ẹ̀ kéde bẹ́ẹ̀ ọba àfẹ́ kẹlẹ́ yìí náà. Mo sọ ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ ọkọ̀ before ilé.
Ìyá máa farabalẹ̀ lé kí.
Àkéwò ní ẹ̀ máa mú níjọ́ kan àbọ̀dún mẹ́wàá tí wàá lóun ti tán. Tẹ́lẹ̀ àti
Ó bá kaba.
ẹ̀gbọ́n.
Àwọn
tí wọ́n kọ́ àbí wọ́n ṣe rí nìyẹn.
Àwọn tí wọ́n kọ́
Wọ́n ló máa design ṣé wọ́n lo design curriculum school tó lọ?
Ìwọ kọ́ o.
Curriculum school tó lọ, ó wá design wọn pé a ṣe máàsì, ó lé mi ò ṣe máàsì o. Àwọn àánú nǹkan tó gbọ́dọ̀ sí. Ó ní mi ò ní ṣe, ẹ̀yẹ́ kí mi ò ṣe.
Ṣiṣẹ́ mi.
Bring your children to the Arabic school. Do not give us curriculum. Don't tell us, help me teach him Quran. Well, you should have taught him at home. You should have taught him at home if you think all he needs to learn is Quran. No, just bring him. Or her is left to us. We have issues of there's a particular masjid where they're fighting their teacher and they're saying, may Allah bless one of our brothers. He actually called me that day and said, Sheikh, come and help us. How these, we're telling this brother, now these kids have memorized the Quran. We want him to start teaching them adab. Ẹ̀gbọ́n mi sì ni mo ní ṣe mọ wàhálà tẹni kéwú ẹ sì fẹ́ kéwú. Wọ́n ní ṣe bá ní kó bá dá sí, mo ní mo ń dá sí náà nù. Wọ́n bá mi fọ̀rọ̀ kẹ́ ẹni àmọ́ kò lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ kéwú. I say, because the kids have now memorized the Quran, the next thing for them to learn is adab. What is adab? Datan or adab kashan. Adab kal mu'amala. You tell them the next thing you want them to learn is adab. And I'm sure they had listened to all these, scholars on YouTube who said, children, now they have to learn adab. Even knowing if adab is a subject or adab is a topic or adab is just a terminology. So which of the adab? Adab al-Abasi, adab al-Islami, adab al-Jahili, the adab al-Fiqhi, the adab al-Muamala, the adab al-Sufiya. Adab al-Abd tazalulu, ti Sufiya ni adab al-Abd tazalulu wal abdu la yad'u li adab. Mo ní wo ló fẹ́ nú kọ́ àwọn ọmọ púpọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ mo ní ò lè mú kọ́ kéwù ni. Ẹni tóun náà kéwù ó gbà yín kẹ́ máa bó nǹkan ọmọ ní Kùránì ó máa bá ẹbí kì í léèyàn lọ síbi jíjẹ haramu. You do not lower your standard because you're hungry. You don't. Things like that will always, and they were discussing this guy outside of his knowledge, thinking me, I will be on their side. I'm not a friend to the guy, but I had to be just. So now that you guys know that it was him and the other woman who they call the program coordinator, they said, no, now that both of you know that what the kids now need is adab, go and teach them. You want me to say, because me ò dé, me is a father didn't. No one go you go adab, kí ló tó lóun ò lè kọ́ adab. Bí a mọ̀ ń bínú owó tí wọ́n fún. wọn ní àkójá bẹ́ẹ̀ ẹ lera ní ẹ wẹ̀ ní tí mo kọ́ ní ádàbù ìwọ tó bẹ́ẹ̀ ń gbé kó kọ́ ọmọ ládàbù ó fi hàn pé ò ní ádàbù. Wàhálà tó wà nìyẹn, especially in our community, say, well, we want to teach our children memorization of the Quran. No, we didn't memorize Quran for a reason. Because the environment we grew up in, our problem was not to memorize the Quran. Problem was to understand the deen. And memorizing the Quran, it's a different thing. It's an art. Right? Memorizing the Quran is an art. Understanding the deen is a wajib. Understanding the deen is a necessity. Memorizing the Quran is not a necessity.
Oh,
So now the Arab kids, to start with, the language is Arabic language. What else would they memorize if it's not Quran? Ọmọ yẹn orin nursery school kí mi tó wà lágbárí tiwa náà tí Yorùbá àti ọmọ yẹn wá kà so ọmọ Lárúbá kí ni Yorùbá kọ sí àná. So when we see those, and the Quran is a profession. Now what you do, it gets you to become an imam and you get paid. Do we have such provision in our community? And now that is why it takes us when we're learning in this class, you memorize this Jews. In this class, you memorize Jews. As a matter of fact, when you go to Azhar, which is the first university in the whole world, right? If you go there as a non-Arab, listen very well. You go there as a non-Arab until you graduate. You only they will only mandate it on you to memorize so much Jews. As Arab, you have to memorize the entire Quran. Gbọ́n yẹn rí òun náà ló ń gbọ́n. Bí ẹ bá lọ Azhar rí. Tí kì í ṣọmọ Lárúbáwá.
Yóò sì kì í ṣọmọ Lárúbáwá.
Títí ó fi jáde.
Títí tó fi jáde ẹ̀kọ́ rẹ̀ ń bẹ.
Wọ́n ní kó há gbogbo Kùránì.
Wọn ò ní sọ kó há gbogbo Kùránì o.
Ó ní ejúsù tó ní kó há.
Wọ́n bẹ̀.
But if you Arab,
Ọ̀dọ́ ẹ̀kọ́ ọmọ Lárúbáwá
from Egypt, then it's mandated on you to memorize the entire Quran because you've been doing this all your life anyway. And you have to understand, we're combining going to conventional school to going to Arabic school. We're just going to Arabic school. We're combining coming back from conventional school to go to lesson. I'll be on my lesson. They were not doing all that. So why are you trying to give yourself all these wahala by saying, oh, the kids must memorize the Quran? When of course they lack what they need to know before memorizing the Quran. What we do is learn several things from our teachers and spend a lot of time with them. But when mosques start to compete on, we have to teach our children memorization of Quran. And you know, it's amazing. So that are the chairman and the chairman and the coordinator of this program. Which verse of the Quran says memorization of the Quran is only binding on the children, but not to you who is organizing it. You're the coordinator. Why are you not memorizing it? Ọ̀rẹ́ tí mo ń sọ yìí. Oríkèbí tí mo ti lọ sọ́nà ni mo ti sọ yìí. Bá sì lo àyè àwọn tó ń ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ náà, bí wàá sí bá débẹ̀, ń sọ, lápá ní kí n má ṣe kí ni, kí n má wà á mọ́, ìrìn ìfẹ́ wà á mọ́ tẹ́lẹ̀. Tẹ́lẹ̀ lẹ́kọ̀ọ́.
Tẹ́lẹ̀ lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ni a ó kọ́ ní.
Ẹ lọ sí police academy, ẹ lọ fẹ́ ọmọ yẹn. Bọ̀ sẹ́fún nìkan ni ẹjọ́ máa ń yìn o.
Èké bọ̀ sẹ́fún nìkan ni ẹjọ́.
Láti mú yìn tán. Gbogbo àǹfààní wọn náà torí pé ebi ń pa wàá compromise tó lọ kọ́. Tí wọ́n bá ti wá compromise ni wọ́n pọ̀, àwọn wàdà lágbèrè tó láwọn compromise. And they get to the point where they have to go hire Hafiz in Ramadan to come and lead them. You are creating a very wrong impression because you have chosen to compromise your standard. There are kids who come back from Egypt to learn Arabic language, and I give them books they cannot read, several of them. They can't read Arabic books. What is our priority? I mean, they literally went over there to spend 1, 2, 3, 4 years. And they come back, they cannot read Arabic book nor comprehend it. It's not their priority. Priority is fiqh. The priority is to understand the deen. وهذا لا يقتضي حفظ القرآن وإن حفظوه فبه ونعمة أو وإن حفظوه and if Allah grant them the opportunity to be able to memorize the Quran, it's good. I just told you, go and ask anyone that goes to Azhar and ask them, even Saudi on them to memorize the entire Quran. They will tell you it's not. Come on, do that. Hello, school. I do that to karaoke.
Jazakumullahu bin Nasiri.
No karaoke. What do you kiri? There are provisions for memorizing the Quran. We don't have that provision. Huh? We do not have that provision. And that's why some kids were sent to Egypt, mashallah, to go. Some of them came back, mashallah. They did what they're supposed to do. A lot of them came back messed up. One of my mothers was telling me about a child that left Dallas to go to Egypt. He wants to learn these things. And he got there stuck and he becomes miserable and depressed. And she was asking me, what should they do? I said, bring him back home. Of money, and he was saying, if you had written $10,000 check before, please, if you know you can afford more than that, give us, because our children, we don't have space for them. We have 60 of them now. I said 60. I have more than 60. I haven't asked anyone to donate yet. And they said they don't have a space. They have almost 6 classes. They even have extension outside. And you want to compare me to those people? And these kids will come every Saturday, at least, count them, at least every Saturday 60. And we'll feed them for free since 2016, 17. And you want to compare me to the Arabs? And we see those who even go outside to learn and become back and lower their standard because of what they want to eat. Our kids, mashallah, if Allah bless us beyond that, inshallah, we make them, we help, we hire someone for them who knows how to teach people how to memorize the Quran. That is the job we're paying for that. But we don't have, I don't have such, not we, I don't have such budgets. I will only do what I can do. There have been people who brought their children over here to memorize the Quran. I said, teach him at home now. Ìkan wá ń yọ kàn àbí ó ní òun fẹ́ kí wọ́n mọ tẹ̀jú mọ́ ìwọ rẹ̀ ẹnu ẹ̀ ládàá tán aláìlẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ẹ bá wa kọ́ ọ pẹ̀lú tẹ̀jú wíìtì tó lọ sí kó o gbogbo kan ó lọ sí kó ara ẹ̀rọ lọ́mọge ọmọ ẹ̀ bá mi kọ́ lóyìnbó pẹ̀lú fóònù ẹni o fóònù ẹni kẹ́ẹ̀bí kọ́ ẹ̀lẹ́kọ̀ọ́. If you don't think these things are a big deal, because me, I'm in that institution, I understand the implication of that. Mo ní kí n kọ́ ọ pẹ̀lú tẹ̀jú wíìtì tí wọ́n mọ tẹ̀jú wíìtì mo á pèsè ilé kojú òkú ẹ mọ kéwù ọlọ́wọ́n mọ bàbá wọn kọ́ ẹ mọ kí á ní ìbílẹ̀ tí a gbọ́ tajwid ilé kẹ́kọ̀ọ́ tí wọ́n lọ tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀ tí wọ́n máa ń ka kínní wọ́n máa ń ka pẹ̀lú tajwid àmọ́ nísìn sẹ́yìn a'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Kò sí tajwid ń bẹ. Ṣé àti rí mùsíbà nísìn? Kò sí tajwid ń bẹ. Àwọn tó ń bá lọ́wọ́ kan tẹ̀jú pé bismillahir rahmanir ìhun ní tajwid.
Tàbí ọmọ Lárúbáwá náà ń fẹ́ o.
We were in class one day and I was telling them, and I think Alaja Garia, I don't know if she's here. She was in class and I was telling, I'm not sure you were there as well. I said, so I was doing a research on the 10 ways by which you can read the Quran. And the 7 was common one. And I was telling them that the scholars of Azhar were faulting the Imams of Haram because they were not pronouncing it right. When they will go, what is supposed to be maddu al-asli, which will not go beyond 2 tanafus, they give it 6. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. That's wrong. That is just wrong. If you don't go beyond Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim 2, not Rahim. Now you make it maddu what? Maddu tawil. Wa fi aslihi ghayr tawil.
Àwọn
ìyá náà ni o.
àwọn ìyá ni o.
Oní ọmọ wa lè kéwú.
Oní ọmọ wa lè kéwú.
Wọn ò ní tajwid ń bẹ̀ yẹn. Ìwọ ní tajwid.
Ni.
Wọ́n tajwid lọ.
Ìyá tajwid.
Wọ́n fẹ́ mú ọ lábí wọ́n ti ní tajwid. Nígbà tó rí pé mo fẹ́ kọ́ ọmọ ẹ̀ ní tajwid, nígbà gbogbo ayé mi lẹ̀ pé ẹ máa wá Monday through Friday, ẹ máa kọ́ ní tajwid. Lọ́mọ ń bá dé kó wá gbowó oúnjẹ lọ́wọ́ mọ́mì rẹ̀. àìgbé Adamul Wafa bi Nazri tí àwọn àfáà náà kan lè ké o ìpè okay mo promise pé yín lọ pa òyìn lẹ́sìn gbogbo nǹkan ní kó dé ń ka òyìn lẹ́sìn àìní ẹ̀mí pé mo fẹ́ fulfill promise yẹn òun ló sọ àwọn àfáà náà dẹni tí wọ́n wá sí Amẹ́ríkà tí wọ́n wá reduce standard wọn. lákòlá yazal bó ti wọlé ẹ̀kọ́ gbogbo àwọn ọmọ tí wọ́n á kúrò nínú ìsìn ẹ wá pè wọ́n jọ ẹ̀kọ́ 10 jọ tipátipá lẹ́ẹ̀fì rí 9 ó sì mọ Kùránì náà àwa tí wọ́n ṣe wòlímà ọ̀yá wọ́n ṣe wòlímà Kùránì àwa ṣe wòlímà Kùránì àmọ́ ká ni. ẹ wá káwọn ọmọ lọ sí Egypt wọ́n wá dalẹ̀ ayé wọn rú torí nígbà tí wọ́n dọ̀hún ọmọ ti lọ ọdún 3 ní Egypt nítorí ẹ̀kọ́ wọ́n ti sọ fún bẹ́ẹ̀ pé ẹ̀sìn nìkan ní gbọ́ Al-Jannah ó bá dé ẹ sọ pé skul ní ayé ni skul yẹn ẹ̀sìn nìkan ló wọ́n mọ̀ sí. ọmọ kan lónìí níwájú mufti Menki ó ń sọ wípé òun lọ sí umra wọn ni mashallah ó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní sunkún ó ní pé torí àwọn ọmọ ta ni yóò di Ramadan tí ń bọ̀ wá ẹ pọ̀rọ̀ dáadáa ni àmọ́ kí ló kọ́ ọmọ ọdún mẹ́wàá pẹ̀lú ta ni yóò di Ramadan tí ń bọ̀ wá. ọmọ ọdún mẹ́wàá nífa kí ló kàn pẹ̀lú ẹkún ta ní di Ramadan tí ó ń bọ̀ wá àti ẹni tí ò ní di Ramadan tí ń bọ̀ wá. ó jẹ́ pé kún Ramadan tí ó di tí ò ní di ní pa òun lẹ́kún látọmọdé rà ó wà níbẹ̀rù Ọlọ́run wọ́n ti da ayé rẹ̀ rú wọ́n ti dàrú débi pé ayé ń ṣe kò ní ṣe mọ́. ẹ̀yọ́ wọ́n sọ pé ìbẹ̀rù Ọlọ́run kọ́ ìdáyé ọmọ rú ni ọmọdé mẹ́ta máa sunkún òun wá jẹ́ Abdulrahman bin òun jẹ́ Abdullahi bin Umar àbíjẹ́ Abdullahi bin Mas'ud wọ́n sunkún òun mọ́ta ní òdì Ramadan tí ó ń bọ̀ wá ewu ń tiẹ̀ pẹ̀lú ní òdì Ramadan tí ń bọ̀ wá. And if someone who is not in this institution, a student of this, a continuous student, a conscious and continuous student of this institution, sees that, say, mashallah. A child was taken from America to go for Umrah, and he comes back, and the next thing is, I'm not sure if I'm going to be next Ramadan. That's depression, for Allah's sake. That's not taqwa. That's depression. And you know what? Because they won't bring them to someone like us to teach them. Ama ọ̀nà tó ń gbà kéwọ́ nìyẹn ni. ملازمة الأستاذ والاختبار والتحرير الأولاد للأستاذ إني نظرت ما في بطني محرر. She said, I promise unto you what is in my stomach. Totally. You teach him as you deem fit.
فتقبل مني.
àwa فبرنا للمعلمين. I heard my dad was telling his brother who's the Afa say boy a black party of him esa baby pa nka se baba mi mo ke mi wà níbi ilẹ̀kùn. Bá wọn ti bá lé wá complain pé wọ́n fún gbogbo wọn Peter wọn fún mi ẹnì kan wá bí ń jó ni tó ní ọmọ wọn ń búlì rẹ̀ aláìlẹ́kọ̀ọ́. wọ́n wá bí ó fẹ́ mọ̀ dàbí mo wá pè wọlé mo ní wọ́n lẹ́ wá display ń bí last week wọ́n ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ mọ́ láyé rẹ̀. wọ́n ní wọ́n ń búlì rẹ̀ mo ní wọ́n ń búlì rẹ̀ ọmọ rẹ̀ lórí búlì. ṣé torí pé mi ò ti kọ lẹ́tà lójoojúmọ́ èmi ti kà wọ́n káwọn ọmọ tiwa ni ọmọ búlì kékeré sọ́wọ́n kékeré búlì ara wọn. Right, you treat them like you treat your child. When I start sending them home to their parents, they say, "Oh, your parent," that means they do not accept the fact that they have given that child to me wholeheartedly. That's why you will never, ever, ever, ever hear from any one of your children and say, "Let's say you should come and see me on stupid issues like that." No, I will deal with the child the way I would deal with my own children, because that boy in order to Murphy, but ni gbà wọn dáwọ́ tẹsẹ̀ àgbà wọn náà jẹ́ǹjì láìpẹ́ àwọn là ń kó ebi wọn nígbà tó máa jẹ kújẹ ó jẹ ó ẹ sáà lọ gbọ́ pé ọmọ rẹ ó jẹ lékè mọ́ lónìí ó bí ọmọ tí wàá ní kò sí èdè kan wá pẹ̀lú tiẹ̀. ẹ̀kọ́ yìí èyí tá a kọ́ débí ní ìní ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ wà tẹ́ ẹ mọ̀ lẹ́ẹ̀fi ní mọ̀ kán wa lójú ẹ̀ sì ní mọ̀ kọ́ wa ní ìdákọ̀rin ní ẹ máa fi farabalẹ̀ lé kéwú wastibarun ìfarabalẹ̀ complete patience pẹ̀lú àfa. You've got to trust the afa before you take your child there anyway, but not with the intention of them teaching him tajweed. You want your child to know tajweed, you go learn tajweed and teach him tajweed. Let's see how easy it is. One of such parents as well, we were praying Maghrib in Ramadan, who had started practicing Quran at home with his child. In Ramadan, we asked him to pray Maghrib for us. And he started this long chapter. In Maghrib, in Ramadan.
Ayadakumullahu binasiri.
Adabul abudi, tazallulu, wal abudu la yadawul adab. Huh?
Qul abdi
tazallulu, wal abudu la yadawul adab. Wa idha takamala dhulluhu, nala al-mawaddata wa qitarab.
نال المواد
واقتراب نال المودة واقتراب وإذا تكلم ظله نال المودة واقتراب والعبد يتزلل والعبد لا يدعو العذاب tó bá ti wá sí yíyá yín ó wá kéwù nù wọ́n kọ́ ló mọ̀ fún wọn curriculum ma kana umruk. People do not want to learn. They are above knowledge. They see themselves like this. You guys see me go around and pay non-Muslims who are way younger than me to teach me what I do not know, and where they don't want to come over here because look money rude kájú lọ ní kéwì ṣé bí àtẹjọ lọ ní kéwì wọ́n wá jẹ́ kó reduce mi sí àwọn yẹn kí aláìmọ̀ kan wá sọ fún pé dábù ló kù kí wọ́n kọ́ àwọn ọmọ ìwọ́n tó wọ̀ ládàbù tó sọ fún àkókò wọn ní adábù wọ́n ní tí àwọn lẹ́mọ̀ lò ìfábù lè adábù àbí. Adab, by the way, linguistically, it's just one of the subjects at school that we learn is literature. So which one is he referring to? And there are, the Macbethian literature. There is a non-Macbethian literature. Just like you have it in English language, we have it in Arabic as well. But you know what it was referring to? Husnul akhlaq. Husnul al-akhlaq. Good attitude is what was referring to, and these you don't teach it, you practice, and the kid will see you practice it. Now the child who was bullying the kids, we deal with him all the time. We understand. These kids, when they come and tell on one another, you can't really take that for take that as a fact and go and beat the other child. No, they all foment trouble anyway. Adabu lo jawo mabe.
Ayadakumullahu binasiri.
Nígbà tí wọ́n bá ń sanwó fún mi tí wọ́n wá pé ẹ̀kọ́ ọmọ wa ní ádàbù tí wọ́n kọ́ wọn kí ni wọ́n ṣe ní ọ̀sẹ̀ kejì wọ́n pè mí sí mítìn ẹ̀kọ́ ọmọ ní ádàbù fáyà yín wọ́n wà lọ gbà bá tí ó mọ̀ kọ́ wọn ní orí mùsíbà àgbo mélòó ni magribi nàdúrù là ń lọ torí pé you can't take it for granted ìní nàdúrù má fi bọ́tí ní muharrara.
Taqabbal minni innaka antas sami'ul alim.
Because I made a vow to give to you what is in my stomach without asking any question and accept it from me. And that says we accept it from him. From her rather, but unfortunately this time around, it wasn't what she intended. She had thought it was going to be a male, but it was a female. I mean, Maghrib Kali Sahela.
Tó bá dọ̀la.
Àráyè kí ó díẹ̀ lónìí.
Àráyè kí ó díẹ̀ lónìí bó ṣe ká ṣe ké.
Ọ̀rọ̀ Nazuru yẹn náà là ń bá lọ.
Ọ̀rọ̀ Nazuru yẹn náà là ń bá lọ.
Àyà Quran àti Hadith náà la máa fi gbé lẹ́sẹ̀.
Àyà Quran àti Hadith náà la máa fi gbé lẹ́sẹ̀.
Ti wá establish pé kéèyàn ó make a vow nínú Islam kì í ṣe wọ̀.
Àti wá fìdí ẹ̀ múlẹ̀ pé kéèyàn make a vow nínú Islam kò ń ṣe wọ̀ o.
Bọ́ síbi àwọn àyà míì náà lọ́la. Báwa máa ṣàlàyé irú vow wo lèèyàn lè make sọ́kù àbá yìí. Kódà
Mo lọ́ mi náà sí.
báwo ìyàwó ó ní owó wa ni mo ti promise mọ́mí mi pé tọkọ mi bá ti ríṣẹ́ á kọ́lé fún wọn tọkọ rẹ bá ríṣẹ́.
Tọkọ rẹ bá ríṣẹ́ àkọlé fún mọ́mì rẹ lẹ́nu rẹ.
irú nadhuru yẹn ṣé nadhurun muharrama nadhurun mandub nadhurun muharramun nadhurun mandub nadhurun mubah.
Ayadakumullahu binasiri.
ẹ̀yin dẹ̀ wálé kí ṣe wá kọ́yìn.
Ṣé wá kọ́ yín èyí tẹ̀ wá ní kí
sọ ọjọ́ sátidé tí ọmọ rẹ ń wá náà ní ibìkan ní gbogbo eléyìí. òun náà ló fà á tó yẹ pé àwọn tí wọn ò lè tí ò lè dáínà àti iná tú wọn gbá wọn náà sórí àga ṣe gbogbo àwọn àfáà tí wọ́n ń jáná sí yìí nísìnyí nítorí ni wọ́n mọ̀ wọ́n sì tún mọ̀ sí ìta báńlù náà ni pé ẹni tí kò lè já kankan nù náà sí bàbá tí wọ́n fẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ ẹni kẹsàn àdúrà bẹ̀rẹ̀ fún wa túmọ̀ àdúrà bẹ̀rẹ̀ tó kọ́ àdúrà bẹ̀rẹ̀ ni bí ó jà èyí ò dá ọmọ ẹ̀bẹ̀ sí ọlọ́run àti ìmọ̀ ṣe politics èyàn ṣe rọ́bà náà èyàn bá present certificate níbo nìyẹn ọgbọ oyún náà ni. wọ́n máa kọ́ ni.
a máa ń kọ́ ni.
kí ni ẹ má ṣe rọ́bà náà jòkó máa kọ́ bí mo ṣe ṣe rọ́bà náà mo pàdé ìkànjọ kan mo á kọ́ mi níta ìwé náà dandan lẹ́ ń wí ni mo á kọ́ fún un alájí bí bá tún pàdé yín mo fẹ́ kẹ́ ka kínní fún mi. wọn á rẹ̀ àbálùmọ́ gan ìníjẹ sọ̀rọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ bá àbí kọ́ ni mọ́ mú jọ náà lọ. yóò lè máa tẹ̀lé mi lógún ọdún tí mo wúwi kúwi. àmọ́ wọn ò ní lẹ́dúró àwọn ò sọ promise ọlọ́run kúta bá dá amẹ́ríkà á fi kéwú sẹ́sìn torí wọ́n kàn yà bá náà ni ajíjọ́lá kéwú lọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀ wọn. ajíṣe bí àfà ẹ wá ti wá mix wa papọ̀. torí pẹ́lú mi lọ kéwú Saudi náà gbogbo àwọn kìíní ó lọ kéwú ní Egypt kò mójú tó wọn kì í sàfà tíṣà ni ó. adabula abudi tazalulu wàlá abdullahi adawul adab wa idha takamala dhulluhu nala limawaddata wa qitarab subhanallah wa bihamdihi subhanallah.